Well, hello there, everyone. Hope this finds you doing outstanding. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be when you're watching this. Yeah, today is Thursday, June 23rd, 2022, and I'm Mazske Finance. And I'm on my way to become wealthy. And that's my goal for all of you that watch all my videos, because I give away the keys to the castle. So all you gotta do is watch my videos, and you will learn how to become wealthy. Just look in the mirror if you have any trouble understanding why you're not becoming wealthy. Just look in the mirror at yourself, because you're the one who's responsible for your own wealth. But let me tell you a little bit about the power of real estate. And before I get started, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I am not an attorney. I am just Mazske. I share stories about things I've done, things I like to do, my experiences, my opinions, etc., etc., etc. All right, so with that being said, let's move on. Hey, how do you like it too? I got my ears lowered, got my hair raised, whatever you want to call it, but decided to chop some off. And I may stay like this, or I may let it grow back down eventually. We shall see. All right, so good enough. So moving on with the real estate, the power of real estate. I am in the process of refinancing one of my properties up in Northwest Indiana. I want to tell you a little bit about this and how it's all played out for me. And I want to back up a bit and lead you to how a man with almost no money, very low income, has been able to grow his wealth. Because as I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, there's no reason you can't do the same as me. All right, so anyway, this house that I'm refinancing, I'm using Kiave. They're a non-QM lender. They're pretty painless. They might charge a little bit extra in closing fees, but their interest rates are competitive for a real estate investor. All right, but my appraisal came in yesterday, and it came in appraised at $160,000. All right, so you got that, $160,000. And you're probably like, well, $160,000, that's cheaper than the average house in the country. Yes, it is. But for the area I'm investing in, when I bought that house, I bought it for $49,200. Got that? And that was 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago. So I bought it for $49,200. I did rehab it last year, I believe, for approximately $11,500. So $49.59, 60, and say with closing costs and all that stuff in there, not closing costs, yeah, whatever. Let's say low 60s was all in, 62, 63, maybe low 60s, all in. So what I'm planning to do is you can refinance with this lender at a maximum of 75% value. I want to get the most positive cash flow I can, combined with the most cash back that I can. Okay, I do have a mortgage on this. By refinancing it, I will keep my mortgage on this. It will go to a higher dollar amount. My current mortgage is about $38,300 something. All right, so I ran numbers. I talked to the lender, and if I was to refinance at exactly $100,000, my interest rate would be 6.625. If I was to refinance at $96,000 or less, my interest rate is 6.5. So 6.25 versus 6.5. What it does, between the $2 amounts, $96,000 or $100,000, 6.625 to 6.5. If I go with $100,000, my principal and interest, my mortgage payment is $641. If I go with $96,000, my mortgage payment is $606. I've decided I'm gonna go with the $96,000. All right, because what that does, it gives me slightly better cash flow. I will have cash flow of right about $200 a month. You're like, Mazske, you always say have cash flow of $250 a month. That is correct. When I buy a house, I'd like to have cash flow of at least $250 a month. When I'm doing something like this, where I'm getting cash back, where I can take that cash and buy perhaps another rental property or another alternative investment, such as oil or mineral rates, then I'm willing to accept lower cash flow. I always want a cash flow, though, positive cash flow. I don't want a positive cash flow of $5 or $10. I want the cash flow as close to $200 as possible. Okay? That's just what I want to do. All right. So the beauty of real estate is not just what I'm talking about. The beauty of real estate is this. How did I buy that house? Did I put down a down payment? Yes, I did when I bought that house. Where did I get the money for that down payment? Here's where I got the money. If we go back prior to 2 years ago, June 2020. Just doing mental math here. We'll go back. I refinanced 2 properties that I owned in Virginia. I had a triplex and a single family home. I did refinances on them, and altogether I got back approximately $65,000. All right. So with this $65,000, I used it to buy 9 properties. All right. I might have had to add a little bit of cash to that, but I bought 9 properties utilizing seller financing. All of the properties were between $35,000 to $50,000, maybe $55,000. I don't remember the top figure. But the one I just refinanced was $49,200 I bought it for. So when I put the 20% down, my mortgage probably was somewhere around 40 grand, 39 grand, something like that. Yes, you can get a mortgage. At that time, I could get a mortgage for that dollar amount, but I got a mortgage with the seller. So that was easier than going through a bank. But there are banks that you can get a mortgage that low. It used to be. Things are getting different now and things are changing. All right. My lowest mortgage through a bank is actually $32,000. It's through Prime Lending. All right. So anyway, I had bought my triplex because I had a 457 plan at my job. I saved a little bit of money out of each paycheck for 20 years. When I retired, I then got in approximately $45,000-ish from that after paying taxes. Got to pay tax on it, federal and state, and I used that as a down payment to buy my triplex. So money I saved just a little bit over 20 years, I used as a down payment to buy my triplex. Fast forward then a year later from buying that triplex, I fixed it up, all 3 apartments, inside and out, and I refinanced it and pulled more cash back and used that cash along with a different single family home and bought 9 houses. Now for the one of those 9 houses, I am in the process of, I already fixed it up. I'm in the process of doing a cashback refinance. Even with interest rates going up, the numbers still work for me. All right. So the number, you got to have positive cash flow. I'll stress that again. You have to have positive cash flow. The numbers still work for me, even with interest rates going up. All right. So with that cash I pull back, I have to pay off. They will do this. The lender will do this. We got to pay off the seller. My mortgage is whatever I said, $38,300 something. They'll pay him off. All of the closing costs and everything will be taken out, and my cash back will be roughly $52,000 that I'll get back. All right. So I will get $52,000 back from a house that I bought using money from doing a refinance, getting cash back on a triplex that all started with saving just a little bit of money when I was working into my 457 plan. You see how it plays out? Small steps today can lead to bigger steps tomorrow. That's the point of all this. You got to get started. You just have to get started. If you never get started, none of this will ever happen. You got to get started. So by getting started, you get the ball rolling. You get on the property ladder. Things start happening. It takes time. I bought my first rental in 2017. Now we're in 2022. It takes time to get everything done. So be it. Where are you going to be in 5 years from now anyway? Where are you going to be 10 years from now? Just get started. Start today if you haven't started. All right? And by doing that, you will change your life. You will change your life. All right? I've said it many times. I've given away the keys to the castle on my channel. I know I've made a lot of videos. There's 300 and some videos here. If you watch every single video, you will basically know everything that's up here, more or less, in regards to investing. All right? Do not make excuses. The only excuse is what the person you see when you look in the mirror. That's your only excuse. Do not make excuses. Do everything you can to scrap, save every penny you can save just to get started. Just to get started. All right? Good enough? Good enough. I'll keep you posted on all this. I may make a short video later today too on something different. We shall see. All right? Y'all take care. I got a busy day. It's always a busy day in Maskey's world. Take care. Stay safe in all you do. Keep smiling and love life. Maskey is signing out.